Do you believe in poly relationships?
Yeah, I've been in a poly relationship.
What type of poly relationship?
Me and 2 other women.
Would you ever have it be open on your end and open on your woman's end as well?
No. And the reason I wouldn't do that is because I feel like that women are easily manipulated and their emotions sway from side to side. So on the day that she's not feeling me anymore and she's feeling him, she's going to start to isolate that situation and go over there. The same way that women feel like that's what we're going to do to them, even though we never do that. That's what she is going to do, because that's what women do when they monkey branch from one relationship to the other.
No, I agree with that. I think that when it's open on a man's end and closed on a woman's end, it's not disrespect, because men don't necessarily get too involved with their feelings per se, and we're better at cutting up our time and our attention to multiple women. When you have a woman who is open on her end, she'll for sure neglect some of the men that
Yeah.
she's dealing with. You know what I mean?
100%. Yeah, 100%.
For the man who's the best option out of however men she has. Do you think that men should have multiple wives or multiple girlfriends?
I don't know if I use the word should, because it's not for everybody.
Mm.
I'm gonna say that this is another thing where men have to hold themselves accountable. If men and women, but I'm gonna talk about men first. Let's say that you get into a relationship with a girl and you feel yourself looking at other women. You see them as options. You want to have sex with them. You want to be in another relationship with another woman because she's just cool as hell.
Yeah.
Let's say on Monday you meet Keke Palmer, and then the following Friday you go meet Halle Berry, and they both just cool as hell. So the best example I can give is Derwin Davis off of The Game. You remember that show?
The Game. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah. When he was dating Melanie and Drew Sidora came into the picture. What happened was this right here. When they were dating each other, they were in college. He probably didn't have as many options, and he was isolated to her for however long. It didn't say whether they was together all 4 years, but they dated in college. And they moved in together. He became a professional football player.
Yep.
Drew Sidora, who was a famous singer on the show, came into the picture, and they started to develop a crush for each other. He was feeling himself a little bit too much, but he found himself hiding text messages, hiding phone calls. He wasn't necessarily cheating, but he felt his energy moving in that direction. What was going on with him was that his natural African American biology of I want 2 girls was talking to him, but his beta, I don't want to piss this woman off, was overshadowing that, because women guilt trip us to make it seem like that even though we have all of these resources and have worked our entire life to become the men that we are, that we owe that attention and validation solely to them who just showed up. So in that moment, what his job as a man and a professional football player on a professional football player's salary was to sit his woman down and let him know, listen, things have changed. I'm not that same guy that I was when we were in college and when we was broke in high school. I'm a professional football player now. And the crazy part is Drew Sidora was Melanie's favorite singer. That was her ringtone. So that might have been super dope for her to come into the relationship and be the other woman that's knowingly in the relationship. And they could have been so powerful, because you got one girl who's in the industry and another girl who works in the medical field, and you're a professional football player. I'm hearing billions. I'm hearing billions of dollars. But when you're soft and when you're a beta and when you're not willing to have that conversation because you are acting like a pussy to a woman, and even though you get tackled by grown men all day, then that's when you are painted as the bad guy because you weren't man enough to have that conversation, because she's going to eventually find out.